Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode number 36 of our Islanders GM mode. So, in last episode, we basically were in round number 2 against the Washington Capitals. Unfortunately, we got eliminated by them quite fast, actually, more than I expected. And yeah, so we don't go to the Stanley Cup Finals for back-to-back years, but we lost in 5 games, I think was 6. But yeah, we lost in 6 games. But now we're up here at the draft, hoping to add to a future team. And our potential goaltender, McMillan, is up to like a 78, so he might be ready for the NHL next season. So looking forward to that. Also, a nice interesting story here. The Arizona Coyotes won the Stanley Cup, and that means Matthew Strome, who was drafted in year number 1, got to win the Stanley Cup with his brother, Dylan Strome. And yeah, we still have Ryan Strome, but I think we might want to move him soon because he has put up good numbers. I'll show you guys some of his statistics over the time he's been here with us. But he's been pretty good, in the playoffs at least. Let's see. The playoff-wise, he wasn't very good. He put up 5 points in 12 games, which is not too bad, but he's 29 now. He's going to start dropping off, and eventually we don't really need him because we have a lot of playmakers, like I was saying last season. That's the reason we got rid of Lindholm. But as you can see in the playoffs that we've been going to the playoffs, so he put up 7 points, 7 points, 7 points. And then he put up 17 points actually in the one that we went to the Stanley Cup Finals. And so he was a big part of our team, but we just did not get it done. And then also he put up 5 points in 12 games this playoffs. During the season with us, though, he's been pretty decent. 49 points, 56, 64, 61, 62. But looks like he's on the decline, as you can see, from 62 to 48 to 42. He only put up 12 goals in the past 2 seasons, so we might need more of a better center than him. I don't know, because 29 it's not that old, but we could probably find a younger second line center who's a playmaker. Strome's actually listed as a right winger. He's got 76 faceoffs, which is not the best, so maybe we could trade him and flip him for another one, as he does have 2 years left. So we'll see if we could maybe deal him at this draft. Maybe, I don't know, because we have some center prospects also coming up, so eventually that center spot might get taken by one of them. So that's why I'd like to move him now. I don't know if it'd probably hurt our team, but we have to do stuff like that. So it's all part of the business. So Vancouver Canucks have the first overall pick, and then Minnesota, LA, Chicago, Montreal. I think that's Chicago's third top 5 pick in the last 3 years. So Chicago's in a bit of a rebuild stage, I guess. Kane and Taves are retired, or they're close to retiring. See, we're all the way up here at 26, and St. Louis right behind us again. And there's that. So yeah, it was a Florida and Arizona Stanley Cup final, which is kind of funny because both those teams don't have the most fans. So first overall goes pick is T. Ebbett to the Vancouver Canucks, a right wing power forward. So it's pretty nice for them. Let's look at the scouted players, see what's available at this draft, and then we might make some trades. I don't know. So there's more centermen. We aren't going into the top 10 though or anything. So what is there available? So there's some wingers. We could go after some of these winger guys. Maybe more defensemen. We don't really need defensemen. So yeah, maybe we'll go after one of these winger guys. But let's see what's available at the did the trading block before last episode, if I remember correctly. But let's just go anyways to Skaters matching block. Nobody on Anaheim. Arizona, no. Oh, wait, they do have stuff. So they have a lot of players actually, but they're all just prospects. Let's see, it would be kind of cool if I traded Ryan Strome to Arizona to play with his brothers, but I don't know who I'd pick up in exchange for him. I'd want a centerman. Let's see what's available. I haven't even scouted any of this, so let's see. If I go after a center, maybe I would want somebody this our wild guy would be really nice, but yeah, chances are he's not going to the trade values aren't going to be even close to the same. But it'd be cool if we could get this kind of guy. Let's see. Yeah, see, Ryan Strome has actually a decent amount of trade value, but not that much. It might be actually kind of close. We don't necessarily need our first round pick from this year still. But Arizona probably doesn't even need it either. So we could say we'd throw in our second from this year, and then that might go through. But I don't know if they'd want to give up Wild, because Wild, as you can see, once it loads, if it actually loads, can I actually click on them? No, I can't. But Wild's a like 87 third line center apparently, but he's probably going to grow into that second line center for next season. You see what, look at him. So Rodney Wild, see, he was drafted 6th overall by Arizona. He's got really good stats on everything. He's now got a Stanley Cup under his belt at age 24, so that's pretty nice. And then let's look at his stats. So season stats, see, he's put up some decent point numbers. He's on the incline, and look at the plus minus difference for the season. So he's definitely going to be better for next season. I just don't know if, I don't think Arizona would be willing to move him, but we could always try, because like I said, we need a actual second line center, not a winger necessarily like Ryan Strome, because we don't really have the space for him. So let's just propose goes through, and they've rejected. Well enough, but you too far off. So we'd probably have to give up our first, which I don't mind doing necessarily if we're bringing in a nice player like that, because John Tavares is going to be retiring probably in the next few years anyways. But the thing is his salary. How is his salary? 2.32 for the next year. Actually, he comes, you know what, yeah, we can't deal for him because his contract ends at the end of the season. So let's just do the draft. Maybe we'll find something available at like free agency or something. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a better offseason this year. So let's see. So high top 6 forward. Wow, interesting. Going to the Minnesota Wild. So left wing sniper. That's nice for them. I guess to take over Parise's spot, because Parise's probably long retired now. Our Brooks goes to the LA Kings, center playmaker. So that's another nice one for them. And then a high top 6 defenseman going to the Chicago Blackhawks. See, that's I think the 4th overall pick again. That always messes up, because just watch, the next pick's gonna be an elite of some sort. Oh, okay, maybe not. High top 9 going to the Montreal Canadiens. Okay, maybe not. I guess this draft is pretty bad. High top 9's going in the top 5 and 10. It's not very good. So Tavares, I wonder if that guy's in relation to John Tavares. It'd be kind of cool to trade for him. So maybe we'll look at his trade value and stuff after that. Because to get a young Tavares on the team after John Tavares, like, this guy's a right wing sniper. That's pretty nice. John Tavares is like a center sniper. So yeah, it's a bunch of high top 9 guys. So we'll just send to our pick and see what we could get at our spot. Probably nothing huge, considering the top 9s are going top 10. So yeah, not a lot of top 6 forwards and top 4 defensemen. So there is this one right winger. What's his name? Yves Poulin, 19. He's an exact top 6 forward, and he's 6'2", 201. So he's a big sniper actually. So that might be a nice one. Then there's also Willie Henderson, like that name. He's 6'2", 201 as well. Don't need any defensive prospects really. Phil Bannister, left wing 2-way forward. We do need left wingers though, but I don't know. Lucas Braun, this guy's a high top 9 forward. He's 18. He's got good hand-eye already, if it's accurate. What's the most accurate stat? His slap shot accuracy is 74 already, so this guy might be actually pretty good, even though he's a centerman. Like, he's 2-way forward, so we could use him as a right winger. And then there's also Philip Kubis, 20 years of age. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the German guy again, because Grellinger's, I think, German too. So bringing in Lucas Braun, who's 6'3", 201. So this is another big kind of player. So let's see if we get a good pick with this guy. Low top 6 forward. So it might turn out to be something. If not, he will turn out to be something, but we might use him as like a second or third line right winger. I don't know, down the road. Let's see who St. Louis grabs. St. Louis grabs a medium top 6. See, we should have went with Poulin. that guy was saying at the start. Damn. Medium top 6 forward. That's a nice one. That would have helped us out. And Henderson also was a medium. So it looks like we took the wrong pick with that. Same with Bannister. So, but whatever. I'm happy with that guy because that guy's 18. So he's got a lot of chance to grow. Let's sim to user pick and take our second round pick. And then we'll go up into not free agency, into our contract situation. I might just skip some of it so you guys don't see it all because it just kind of takes way too long. And then we could get right into free agency and finish this offseason maybe in this video. I don't know. So, Spencer Phillips, right wing grinder, high bottom 6'4", 20 years of age. He's a grinder, but he's only 188 pounds. That's were accurate. Any of them, 76 discipline, so he's pretty disciplined actually for his age. Any other wingers? D. Sweat, and an enforcer, Dale Sweat. Dustin Shelley, this guy's also 18, left wing power forward. Yeah, you know what? Let's bring in the left wing power forward, Canadian guy. Low top 9, not bad. Not bad, okay. So yeah, let's just sim the rest of this draft. So sim entire draft and see what the computer drafted us. So Jay Westcott goes 3rd round. L. Shing, I. Reinprecht, A. Woodworth, and E. Weller. So those are our picks at this year's draft. Let's see, what was I gonna do? Let's see if there's been any trades at that deadline, or not at the deadline, at the draft. I don't think I saw anything in the So we'll see if anything happened. If not, then we'll just go right into the resign stage, or I'll resign as much players as I can, and then I'll come back and we'll do free agency. Because I don't want you guys just sitting around as I sign players. So there was only one trade really at the deadline, or not at the deadline, at the draft again. So Boston basically got their the 1st round pick from Anaheim in exchange for a 2 seconds actually and a prospect. So Boston just wanted to move up in the draft and get a 1st round pick from the Ducks. So that was the only trade. And yeah, free agency starts July 1st. Okay, so let's just see who we have to re-sign for this year. And then, yeah, I'll probably just sign players and I'll be back after that. So basically, guys, we have to sign this year. We have to sign David Savard. I don't know if we want to sign him back because he's 32. Michael Dalcoli definitely needs to be signed. Jordan Eberle, maybe not. Sundstrom, Lawton, Stenlund, a lot of depth kind of guys and AHL guys. There's only one prospect that we definitely should sign is this Dirksen guy, because he's at 72. That's pretty decent, but he's 22 years of age, so he might not grow to be anything. But after all, he is the 7th defenseman. Goaltending for UFAs, any goalies? We have to sign Linus Ullmark, who's actually up to an 84 now, but I think McMillan might be next season, so we might let Ullmark go. RFAs, Grellinger needs to definitely be signed. All these kind of guys need to be signed. Gaucher we might release, but Beauvillier, Tkachuk, Barzal, and Grellinger, I'd like to get all those guys back. Most of those guys are going to want their first big boy contracts. And in RFA goalies, there's Holt and Gallant. I might get Gallant back, but Holt will probably be released because Holtz doesn't got as much of a potential. He's undrafted too, so we'll see how this works out. But yeah, I'll be back in a sec once I re-sign everybody, or like some people go, and then we'll go into free agency. See you guys in a bit. Okay guys, we're back. So basically we have $7 million left in cap space to re-sign some people, but it's kind of tough because we can't really resign both of David Savard and Jordan Eberle. As you can see, David Savard wants $6 million for 3 years. I think he's close to retiring, but I don't know for sure. But then again, Grellinger could take over his spot on the top defensive pairing, so maybe we just get rid of David Savard. I'll decide in a bit. But and yeah, Jordan Eberle wants 4.3, which is way too much for only an 84 overall, so we might have to release. Yeah, we're gonna release Jordan Eberle. We traded for him, but it was only just to see if we could get into a cup run more. So he didn't turn out to do anything for our team as much as we hoped, but hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. Sundstrom, as you can see, would want a one-way deal at 975, so we could always get him back as a depth guy. Because I released all of our other depth guys, so Lawton, Stemland, and yeah, Koslik was already gone from. So yeah, we're going to, let's see, Verhaeghe, we're going to release because I signed some of the prospect guys. And we're also going to release Wisniewski because he's just an NHL top 2 defenseman. So basically now it comes down to these guys. Quinville, he'll be our depth guy down in the AHL, even though he's a good overall. We might be able to get Savard back, but I don't know if I want him on a 3-year deal. How much does he want for? Let's go 2 years at 6.4, or let's give him 6'5". Alright, actually, but then we need to do stuff for free agency. So 6.425 for 2 years. Let's just see if we can get him back, because I wouldn't mind having him back, but maybe we'll have to trade him eventually. So we'll go 2 years, 6.425. See if he goes with that. And then Sundstrom will just get back for depth purposes probably. And then yeah, we signed some. But here's a look at our prospects from the draft. So you got Lucas Braun, who was our first round pick. He's up to a 66 only, which is not too bad. That's what his individual stats look like. The best thing it looks like is his speed, which is an 80. Just that quick glimpse. Some of our other prospects, the computer drafted us with this guy, Louis Shing. And then Isaac Reinprecht, so we got a center and defenseman. And Woodworth, I think, as well. Pick. Defensive defenseman. Weller, I believe, was one of those guys. He's just an AHL kind of guy, but whatever. And I think that's it. And then Shelley, our power forward guy, we also drafted. He's a 60 overall, so hopefully those guys turn out to be something. And our backup goalie that we got, the computer drafted us in the 7th round last year, is only a 62, so I'm not going to sign him yet. I know he's 20, but that's not a very good overall for a medium backup, so hopefully he grows still. So okay, that's all we're gonna do, and let's just see if we get those guys back on those deals, and then we'll head into free agency and see what we need. We definitely need a replacement for Jordan Eberle, unless we can move Strome over to that position and find maybe a second line center. So David Savard signs with us, Quinville signs with us, and Sundstrom. So that should be everybody back. Let's just make 100% sure. Lose anybody to free agency that we don't need to. So no UFA forwards, no RFA forwards, no goalies, and no goalies. So that's good. Let's go on to free agency. See what we need. So advanced day. Right, actually just go sim to free agency. Hopefully there's somebody that we could target at this free agency. We did save probably a bit of cap space getting rid of Jordan Eberle, so it sucked that we had to release him so soon, but he is getting old as well, so he's probably going to start dropping off. But look who's available at free agency, Elias Lindholm. That's the reason we traded him. We traded him to the Anaheim Ducks, to the Edmonton Oilers during the offseason last year. Let's see how he did. Wow. So looks like he had a great first season with the Edmonton Oilers, I guess. They might have been playing him with like McDavid or something, because like look at this, 17, 53, and 70. He had a huge career year. Like with us, 38 points. I dealt him because he didn't really have that good of seasons, but then he literally almost doubles his point total with Edmonton. So good job, Elias. Hope you have fun wherever you go on this free agency. So I guess Edmonton just, they couldn't probably. He wants like $8 million, so they're probably already forking out a lot of money to people like Jesse Pull-Harvey and McDavid and whoever else. So yeah, I could understand why they'd release him, but there doesn't seem to be any second line centers available really. There's Max Pacioretty, but he's dropping off. He must have been signed to a 1-year deal because I think he was there last year. Jamie McGinn, doesn't look like any centers almost. Oh, here's our first center, and it's Frederick Gucci. We already have the other Gucci, but I don't think they're related. Don't need him though. Fourth line forward still. Nick Merkley's a good prospect center, but he's 26 already. Nick Bonino, we don't want him back. A lot of guys that we used to have, it seems like. And look who else is there. Calvin DeHaan. Wow, I haven't seen him in forever. I don't even know where he's been playing the last few years because I haven't looked really, but look at that. Like, since we released him, which I don't remember which year it was that we released him, but like, look at this. He's played like 7 games, 1 assist only. He's only put up like a few points. Like, look at that. Last season, he only had 3 points in 82 games, and he was a minus 19. So that's good. I guess we got rid of him. He is dropping off, so he's probably gonna retire at the come next season maybe. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything huge that we could go after at this free agency, but we do still need a replacement for Eberle. Jimmy McGinn wants 2 years. I don't want to sign him for 2 years. Reed Boucher, there might be somebody, but he wants a lot of money. Yeah, we don't have the cap space really. We only have 1.8 in cap. So let's see if we can find some depth players maybe. Actually, we don't want to sort by overall. Let's just go roll. And then see if we can find some depth defensemen or forwards, because we do have Sundstrom for a depth forward. And maybe Goche is also a depth forward. So we just really need a depth defender, because like last have any depth defensemen, they're all depth forwards. So let's see if we can find a depth defenseman. Actually, I should sort by just defenseman, maybe then that would be easier. So top 4 defensemen, top 6 depth defensemen. Okay, so the best depth defenseman available that we can sign is Eric Gustafson. He wants 1.1 million for 1 year, 81 overall. There's also this young guy, wow, Cole Day, medium top 6 defenseman, 21 years of age, and he's an 80 overall. He's probably gonna have a lot of people targeting him, yeah. So let's try and get him back, or get him. We'll sign him to a 950 for 3 years. This guy might be something for us. Not 100% sure. I did sign something like that in one of my other franchise modes, and the guy didn't turn out to be anything. But yeah, we'll just target that guy to become our depth defenseman, or well, maybe not a depth defenseman, maybe even on a top 6. You never know. Because he might grow during this offseason. He's so young. He decides to sign with us. That's awesome. So we're going to sim to next season. And yeah, that's all we're going to do really at free agency, just because we already got our depth players and we already got our roster players. But we don't have really anybody to replace Jordan Eberle. So I guess we'll just have like players move up in lines. And what is it? Well, actually, let's stop the simulation. We'll have Goche like maybe play 4th line ice time, or Sundstrom even. I should check what's available for trading block wise and see if there's anybody new after that draft. And then maybe we'll make a trade. I don't know. Like I was saying, we should get rid of Strome, but who knows. So there's our Dick and our Kron. So 2 prospects. Heracala, another Heracala. So we have our Heracala in the AHL. And there's this Heracala for Boston. Or Buffalo, my bad. Camper and Reza. Just some more prospects, it looks like. Nobody I've even heard of. Eric Johnson, that guy. Yeah, he's signed too long. Yeah, that would be nice, though. Bermanis, Reve, Mickelson, and Marshall. Pavlik's still playing. He's going to retire probably soon, though. And Leon Draisaitl, why is he dropping? Is his ice time or what? Like, look at that. 78. And he's 27 only, so I don't know why he's dropping. Let's just see. Leon Draisaitl, where is he? Leon Draisaitl, yeah, it's because of his ice time, I think. A perfect bet, he's a centerman too. Let's try and trade for him. What do we want to give up? Because Edmonton's willing to trade him, so let's see, skaters, matching blocks, see if they have anything that interests them. That might be perfect second line center for us. He'll probably grow back up. We could give up the guy that we just signed, because they want him. is we do need to get rid of cap space, I think. Yeah. We need $5 million pretty much cap. We could always get rid of Strome, like I was saying. Or Shane Prince, even, for that matter. But Shane Prince actually has a lot of trade value. I don't know who to get rid of. Melker Karlsson, we could definitely get rid of. You know, that might go through on its own. Let's see if we could give Melker Karlsson, I think. No, he wasn't with Edmonton. It was in somebody's GM mode on YouTube, but we'll see if we could do that. Nice. Okay, so Melker Karlsson, we got rid of him because, yeah, he is getting old. And for Leon Draisaitl, who's got 1 year left on his deal as well, but he'll probably go up in overall, so nice. So I guess he requested to be traded for the Edmonton Oilers, so because of his ice time, but he's going to be definitely our second line center if he is an 80-something overall for next season, because he was a 78, but that was a good trade, I think, because we don't really need Melker Karlsson anymore, because yeah, he had a good playoffs last year, but yeah, Melker Karlsson's like kind of getting old. He's probably going to be retiring. Like, just watch, maybe he'll retire at the end of the season, and then we'll get the better end of the deal. But then again, he only has 1 year left anyway, so it didn't really matter, I guess. But yeah, I'm hoping Leon Draisaitl goes back up in overall to like an 86. That'd be pretty nice, behind John Tavares for like the season. So yeah, that's the only trade I think we're gonna do. Picking up another former Edmonton Oiler, I guess. I don't know where Jordan Eberle signed in free agency, but I guess, yeah, I don't know if we'll check after this. So up here at the season, let's edit our lines. So our goaltending is in 88 apparently now, which means it's grown. I don't know if that means the teams in our team or not. It might be. So let's see. So by overall, anybody who should, Day could be in the NHL. But Day 81. Yeah, let's change him for Van de Sompel. And Scrimes and everybody else could stay down there kind of for now. Oh, Tarasov's up to an 80. So Tarasov could be a depth kind of guy as well for us. That's nice. Finally jumping into the NHL. And goaltending, McMillan's up to an 80. Do we want him in net or do we want Holt? What's this guy listed as? Minor starting goalie. And Holt's listed as a minor starting goalie. That's a tough one. Because I really would like McMillan to play, but I don't know if he's ready. And he doesn't go through waivers though. So you know what? Let's bring up McMillan and send down Ronald Holt. And we'll see how McMillan is. And wow, Soderstrom actually grew. This is like the highest I've seen Soderstrom in a GMO before. He's grown up to an 87. Wow. It's probably because he's had really good seasons in the last few years, as you could look at his stats. Like last year was crazy for him. 33, 6-0. Or it was 6-3 or something. But yeah, really good performance from him. 2.04 goals against average. He didn't win the Vezina for the best goalie, but definitely was probably the runner-up. So edit lines. Let's just go best lines for a second, and then we'll edit them. So best lines, and so look at that. Leon Draisaitl is an 85. So we're gonna put him as our second line center. Velarde hasn't complained really about his ice time, I don't think. Doesn't look like it. Nice. Oh wait, he lost morale at 1 point for ice time. So let's see. Strome's still a second line forward. He's listed as a third line scoring forward, so he's dropping off, it looks like. So we could do it like this, and then put Barzal at center, and put Ho-Sang all the way down. Even though Ho-Sang's been great on the first line, I'd just rather not have my players complaining about ice time. And let's see who else scratch that shouldn't be anybody. Beauvillier, oh yeah, Beauvillier. Beauvillier is kind of one of these guys that we might have to trade away. Yeah, he's listed minor scoring forward, so we'll use him as depth for now. Then we'll go into our defensive core, and Grillinger's still an 85, but that's still not bad. He might stop growing around there. And David Savard didn't actually drop off at all, so that's good. But yeah, our defense is exact same. Except for now we got some depth guys. Day is listed actually as a top 6 defenseman. Oh, we might have to trade him. And then Tarasov is listed as a minor top 2 defenseman, so he won't complain about his ice time, hopefully. But yeah, so those are our scratch guys. If we need to, maybe we trade Scandala. Scandala is getting older and he hasn't put up much numbers, so maybe we just get rid of Scandala and then we put the Cold Day guy in, even though overall wise look worse. And then goaltending, we got Soderstrom with our nice future backup, McMillan. So yeah, that's the NHL lines first. So is there everybody that should be in the lineup? Let's see, Gore has to be in the lineup. That guy's one of our picks from 2 years ago, I think. He's a top 6 grinder, I think. Yeah, he's a top 6 grinder. That's going to be interesting. Paul Gore, left wing grinder. So we'll see how he grows. Any centermen that need to be in the lineup? Bowman does kind of. Westcott. Those guys are top. Is there anybody who doesn't need to be? Welsh needs to be. We'll put him up on the first line, actually. Bredenbach, Blair, and Staples. We'll just leave it for now. And right wingers, anybody who is scratched? Nope. And it's, let's see. Defenseman. Saarinen could go up to the first defensive bearing, and Eric Hall there. So it looks like we're having some good growth in our AHL defensemen. Yeah, we have a lot of defensemen. So Darby, though, is the one I want to play because he's actually top 6. The other ones are like 7th defenseman. So let's look at our defensive core. What's the extra attacker? I don't care about extra attackers that much, but we'll give it to Staples just because he's highlighted already. And goaltending, Gallant's going to be our starting goalie, and Holt's going to be our backup. Gallant's is 79, but he's not going to be playing probably for our NHL team because we already have our future number 1 and potentially a future backup. So anyways, not going to waste any more time, guys. That's the end of this episode of our GM mode. So next episode, we'll start up the preseason, and then we'll probably make a decision if we want to send McMillan back down to the minors for the season, and if we want to keep Holt as their backup instead. But anyways, yeah, that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.